Hello and welcome. I am Xlight and this is my channel. Today I'm going to narrate something that was sent to me by Mad Meerkat, otherwise known to me as Steve. I hope you enjoy it, and when you give your thanks, please do so below. Please give them to Mad Meerkat. He's been a long time supporter of mine, and I can't say how much I appreciate it so much. Was Jack the Ripper hiding in plain sight? Whitechapel, 1888, known as the Abyss. Poverty reigned supreme. The population had swelled to an estimated 80,000 people of all races and religions. Due to an influx of Irish immigrants and Jews fleeing the pogroms of Russia and Eastern Europe, this caused the district to fill rapidly. Housing and general living conditions suffered as a result. Families, if they were lucky, would find accommodation in run-down houses, sometimes living 10 people to a room. Jobs were non-existent, and many women turned to prostitution as a means to survive. Alcoholism, as a result, was rampant, and also a way for the poor to escape the horrors of daily living, if only for a while. This brings us to the well-known story of Jack the Ripper and his victims. It is said that there were 5 women who fell to his knife, but recently it has been said that there could be more. The women, known as the Canonical 5, were Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, Mary Jane Kelly. Recently, the name of a 6th woman, Martha Tabram, has been put forth as the 6th victim, having been found with wounds very similar to most of the other women. Back to the first of the Canonical 5, Mary Ann Nichols. Her body was found in Bucks Row, now Durward Street, at about 3:40 a.m. She was last seen walking towards the Whitechapel Road. Her throat had been severed by 2 very deep slashes almost down to the vertebrae. She had been stabbed twice between the legs, and the lower part of her abdomen was partly ripped open by a deep, jagged cut, causing her bowel to protrude. Several other wounds were found on both sides of her abdomen, which had been caused by violent downward thrusts. Her body was, quote, discovered by a man who said that his name was Charles Cross. This was later found to be an alias. He was found by another man named Robert Paul, kneeling by the body of Nichols. Both men agreed that the best course of action would be to find a police officer. Cross had always claimed that he was walking to work along Bucks Row when he discovered the still warm body of Nichols lying on the ground at 3:40 a.m. When he was first seen by Robert Paul, Cross was crouched beside the woman's body. After he had seen Paul, Cross went across and brought the man to where the woman lay. No blood was seen by either man. However, when the police constable John Neal came across the body, there was a large pool of blood found on the ground by her neck. The wound on the throat was said by Neal to be very fresh, as it would have been when seen by Cross and Paul. When Charles Cross was called to give evidence at the inquest into the death of Nichols, it was found that his real name was Charles Allen Lechmere. Several people, including myself, have often wondered if Lechmere was a very fast-thinking killer who was in the process of murdering and mutilating the body of Nichols when he saw the second witness, Robert Paul, approaching. He pulled down the woman's skirt and portrayed himself to be the innocent discoverer of the victim. It was later found at the inquest that the location of Lechmere's home and work and family were all to be found in the vicinity of the other Ripper murders. An innocent witness or a very quick-thinking savage killer? I suppose we will never know. So, Charles Cross, or Charles Allen Lechmere, takes his place on the list of Jack the Ripper suspects. Makes you think, doesn't it? Thank you for this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for giving me the privilege to narrate this. And like I said before, please below leave your comments for Mad Meerkat, Steve. and your thanks to him. And I really appreciate it, Steve. Thank you very much. Good night.